entrepreneurship almost cost our guest his marriage. Coming up, Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. Remember, big reminder, this is an explicit show. I'm your host. I'm that guy. I'm Keith Bilous. Yes, and over across the glass is C. Marty Fitt, and over across the other side of the glass is John Anderson. And of course, today, just over there is Christina Flynn, and behind me over there is producer Jimmy. Yeah, so just a bit, we're diving into the morning loop to talk about a groundbreaking study on the maximum age humans can live. And of course, coming up today, we have a guest, Pierre Sabbagh, joining us. Listen, if you are struggling to find balance between business and wellness, this show, Mornings in the Lab, is for you.
We don't deserve anything. We earn everything. We don't deserve shit. We earn.
I've earned everything in my life. I've never deserved anything. So I thank you for correcting my language. And that's what two mates do, man. If you're looking for an accountability partner, this is the place for you.
If you eat the average American diet, you're going to have the average American disease. We ain't getting near 100, baby.
Do we want to live to 115? Honest to God, like, what are we doing at that age?
If you live with the throttle down, the universe won't allow you to just go into idle mode. You live with the throttle down. All of a sudden, one day, your motor's just going to shut down and you're going to go away.
Right? We work till 50, 60, then we fucking die for the next 30 years.
I thank God every day I was dumb enough to believe I could do it.
It's not just about how long we live, it's how you use the time that you have.
Reality kicked in just probably 9 months to a year in. When we discovered that my wife is pregnant, and then we discovered she's pregnant with twins. And I didn't have a company. I had an idea on a napkin, and that's when reality kicked in.
Let's pretend we're telling a great story, but behind the scenes, we're crumbling.
Start getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work on your self-improvement, because you're only going to be as good as you become.
Failure is often glorified, it seems like today, in today's hustle culture, right? Now, we here in the lab, we talk about embracing failure. We don't glorify, we talk about embracing it. You got to work for it. You got to walk towards it, right? Walk towards the failure to achieve a win. When you don't have a plan B, it's amazing how much better plan A works for you.
You're smashing it, you're hitting your goals, but you're not stretching. That's where the real gains are.
So it's that sacrifice of, instead of staying up late tonight so I can enjoy the moment now, what I'd rather do is go to bed now so I can live longer. I'm an entrepreneur. I've known many entrepreneurs, Johnny, Marty, all have, and we've seen the grind and the toll it takes on relationships, friends, family, marriages, and so forth.
You can't really delay your personal plan just because you have a big business plan, because business plan, the goalpost is going to keep moving. In reality, your family, your life, your personal life is going to be the backbone for you to be able to push harder. My advice is don't delay your life plans for your business plans, but also make sure you have your partner supporting you in sync with the plan that you put for yourself, because this grind is going to be very tough and it's hard and it's real.
Kids, they don't give a shit what you say. They care what you do. And because they watch their parents do X, Y, Z, they're 75% more likely to do X, Y, Z. So you're doing your kids a huge service by letting them watch you dreams, letting them watch you work for something bigger and better.
I go hard with the business. I go hard with everything. So I've had my struggles as well.
When you're an entrepreneur, you really need a teammate, don't you? That's going to buy into the journey with you and buy into the ups and downs and buy into the moving posts and buy into every success. If you're like, okay, I want to have a healthy lifestyle, I want to eat clean, I want to hit my longevity goals, but your partner's not there, you're going to struggle.
You have to keep pushing at home. You have to keep pushing in the business. You have to do that. And once you align these dots, like the stars are going to align and you're going to have whatever you dream of.
You just have to manage this, but yes, you can have it all. The key is to keep it here, not here. This doesn't work. Something's going to break here. There's strain, but you're going to make it.
Keep pushing. Whenever you think you're at your lowest, just keep pushing, and the only way is up.
You have only one choice, and that's to win this war, win this battle. And when you commit to anything that way, you're going to get a different outcome.
Procrastination is like masturbation. You're only fugging yourself.
The results you're not getting from the work you're not putting in. It's that goddamn simple. If you're just constantly counting the numbers of the macro, you could be missing the micros that the body needs to get what you want.
Yes, you can hit your macros with this. You can get your protein, carbs, and fats. However, you're not getting any vitamin D. If you're all about the macros in your life, great, good for you. But if you're not getting the micros, you're failing.
Yes, it is true. You need to be in a deficit, but that deficit, what good is the deficit if you're not getting in the macros and the micros, right? What kind of quality or food are you getting in the deficit?
Eat good, whole, nutrient-dense foods?
When I was 12, I saved random pills from around the house. I stashed them in a little glass heart-shaped jewelry holder. It was my safety blanket for the day that I thought I wouldn't be able to continue. I didn't know when that day would come, but I'm so glad that it never did. It's about being real. It's about showing up as your full self and having a voice that inspires others through your story and helps others hopefully feel less lonely.
The power of perspective. When you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you got to take a step back and view your situation as if you were an outsider.
When we're talking about how to change this, if you feel the anxiety, you are in control. You just have to be self-aware enough to recognize that anxiety is there and you have the power to stop it.
You can't think your way into positive action. You have to act your way into positive action.
When anxiety kicks in, ask ourselves, what's the worst that could happen right now? And how would I handle it? It takes the fear out of the emotion and shows that you're stronger than you think.
And I've been through some of the hardest parts in my life. I think back to if I got through that without any of the intellect that I have now, or the emotional intelligence, or the therapy, the medication, whatever it is, then I can get through this.
Will this matter in 10 years from now? And it's a great way to, I think, keep focus on the big picture and not sweat the small stuff.
You take that energy and you put it in towards developing a skill so you can get a better one.
Zoom out of the situation. Imagine looking at your life like from the space station or from a really far place and look around and go, small is this problem right now in the grand scheme of everything, right?
Go to your deathbed and look back and say, what am I going to be talking about? When I was hanging out with my grandmother on her deathbed, she talked about, I didn't cry enough. And I don't know why I didn't cry enough.
There's a solution to every problem. I tell myself that when I zoom out and I get it done. It's simple.
Sometimes I just need a good cry. Sometimes I just need to go into the shower and just let it all out. Don't run away from the situation. Maybe go run towards it with intention.
When it comes to the gym, you really got to frame this in a way where you want to go. If you continue to keep your mindset in a place where you're seeing the benefits, you're seeing the good, not the bad, you're going to want to go. Go to the gym with the expectation of busting your ass. Because you bust your ass, you feel good about what you did, and you leave with the idea that, man, that was good. Go to the gym with the expectation of busting your ass rather than the expectation of lifting a certain amount. Do what you're supposed to do, and it's going to give you a whole different level of satisfaction, success or not. I just love the fact that, Christina, you're just that the strength that you show and being vulnerable like that is next fucking level.
You start by sharing little teeny bits of your life that show your humanity.
I said to myself, I've created this manifesto. It's my principles. It's what I stand for. And I've used this manifesto when people want to know what I stand for, want to know who I am. Like, hey, here's what it is. I'm drawing a line in the sand to say, hey, this is what I stand for. These are my values, and you can hold me accountable to those values. Put humans and wellness first. Wellness, mental, emotional, and physical is always first in my business with anybody I work for.
If you are not living up to the commitments that we make to each other, I will call you out. Likewise,
Yes.
if I am not living up to this manifesto, you have permission at any point in time to call me out.
It's all about the discipline, the consistency, and just showing up every single day.